All right, what is up, Banter fam? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the crypto gaming and really the NFT landscape today, as we had some big news overnight and on Christmas Day. And Merry Christmas to everyone out there. By the way, today is the 26th, but I hope everyone had a tremendous holiday season so far, with their loved ones and their family. But we saw some big news on Christmas Day from Frank from DGods and y00ts, as they will be bringing y00ts to Polygon. And I think that this is absolutely massive for the Polygon NFT space and just a driver for their blockchain in general. So I'm going to talk about that and a couple more news pieces across some of the top projects and kind of go over 4, 5, 6 altcoins that I'm really eyeing down in these times, and not necessarily accumulating yet, but things that I am closely eyeing and getting ready to accumulate once that time comes. So let's go ahead and talk about it right now. Be sure to drop down and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more every single day on Crypto Banter as well. Shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. Animoca Brands, the biggest Web3 gaming company in the world. ImmutableX powering and the leading platform for powering Web3 games on Ethereum, powering the next generation of games on IMX. Unix Gaming, the largest Web3 gaming infrastructure in the entire space, as well as Myria, the top L2 and studio platform in Web3 gaming. You can check the link down below in the description to get more on all of our top tier sponsors here on In the Game. And let's go ahead and dive in. The market's just kind of stagnant right now, and that what we've been seeing with the S&P, the S&P's been taking more of a hit than crypto has. And we've already kind of taken that contagion hit from FTX. And I don't see a relief. There's not really much positive trending up in the markets anytime soon. But what there is, this is the best time to kind of be, first and foremost, my strategy is right now just DCA into the top projects: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polygon. Those are my three as far as the top DCAs at the moment. And I think if you have as much of those first and foremost in your bags when the next bull comes around, you're going to be in a really good driver's seat position. But at the same time, also, stacking cash, stacking stable coins, and being ready to deploy into those altcoins on our watch list here, which we'll talk about today. But right now, I think it's just accumulation times for the top 3 projects, in my opinion, from Bitcoin, it obviously proven, Ethereum, running the NFT market, and then Polygon, the most upcoming, NFT market, and as well as blockchain and business integrated project in the whole space, sitting at right now, $8 billion fully diluted market cap with all the partnerships they've already made. Yesterday, we see Frank from DGods bringing over one of the biggest collections, bringing over one of the biggest collections on the Solana NFT ecosystem. y00ts found a new home on Polygon. They will officially bridge to Polygon in Q1 of 2023. And as we see here, we'll pull up the marketplace. y00ts has 146 SOL floor. So this is definitely nothing to this is definitely some serious news, especially for Polygon's purposes. And why is this? Polygon, they didn't have a blue chip PFP. So, the first landmark here is that they did a really good job, Frank, seeing what they offer, Polygon as a brand, and the network effects of brands that they could get in that same Reddit NFTs, Starbucks NFTs, every partner that they have, Meta, Nike, Adidas, all the biggest fashion brands, all the biggest car brands, they're all choosing Polygon. So it was big for them to officially get a collection like y00ts. And Frank saw that opportunity, the founder of y00ts. He saw that opportunity here to be able to bring y00ts over there and be the #1 blue chip PFP on Polygon immediately. Most Polygon NFTs so far have been just gaming NFTs or smaller collections, founders passes, the stuff that doesn't really have that many pieces. You just buy one of each item. But y00ts is just going to bridge over to Polygon, and I would say immediately be that top PFP project. And you're even seeing Ryan Wyatt, CEO of Polygon Studios, he's already rocking his y00ts. And I think that this trend is going to continue on Polygon. And as far as the numbers, they're the hottest NFT marketplace in terms of more people own Polygon NFTs than any other NFT in the world, as far as the network effect. Today, I saw that I believe Ryan retweeted this, and we'll go look at this right now. I believe just today they, I don't see it here anymore, but I believe today that they passed Binance Chain at one point, or Binance, one of the two, for transactions per minute. which is obviously very, very massive as well. And they're just everything that they're doing, as we're seeing here. Mass adoption, flywheel in gaming, DeFi, and enterprise, 201 million total unique addresses, 960 million transactions processed. And now using and you're seeing here all their partnerships, integrating with all the biggest brands, all the biggest dexes, all the biggest NFT marketplaces. And you kind of saw this almost coming now whenever Frank, with Polygon, over the last couple of weeks, he's worked very closely with Magic Eden. And then we see Polygon going to Magic Eden. And now we're seeing Frank going over to Polygon. So funny how that all played out at the end of the day, with one of the top Solana ecosystem NFT projects moving over to Polygon. And it's not looking good for Solana as far as the developers leaving the ecosystem. But we'll talk about that in a specific video about the future of Solana and gaming and NFTs. But you see Frank's reasoning here for coming over to Polygon. Nike, Adidas, Starbucks, Disney, Shop. I mean, this just speaks for itself. The trust and the amount of network effect. This will only help the Y00ts brand, as he says. I think that the Y00ts brand just got stronger, but let's see. And then a couple people chiming in. Luca Nets here. Don't fade Polygon. I like this move by Frank. This is a game of chess, not checkers. And then we see Mr. Wizard pretty excited to see Y00ts move to Polygon. So many people talking ish about the move, but in reality, Polygon is becoming a juggernaut primed for the next bull run. And I completely agree. And just looking at where obviously we're very far from all-time highs, but even in the bull or in the bear, coming up from 30 cents up to 80 cents, if we see one more leg down, we could see 50 cents again, and we could even start creeping into those 30-cent ranges potentially if the bear market drags on, if Bitcoin gets in those 12K, 10K, if we really see max pain and get to like 8,000 on Bitcoin, which I really don't see us getting that low, to be completely honest with you. But what I do see is a lot of opportunity to really stack. And I'm not a financial advisor, but really, like I said, my strategy is right now stacking up my sats with Bitcoin, stacking up my ETH, because that's just a no-brainer for the future, and they power the main NFT marketplace. And then Polygon, the hottest adopted chain as far as real-world business, gaming, and more. So this is real. Max Payne is not down from here. Everyone expecting it. Yeah. We're at this point where, like, I'm going to accumulate. Look at the years ahead. There's a few projects that I don't think are going away that you should not fade. And that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polygon. They are not fading. And another project I don't think is fading is Vulcan Forge. And shout out to Vulcan Forge. They just had their node snapshot. So anyone holding 2,000 PYR or more on the MyForge platform is going to be an Elysium node owner, a validator of the network. That's going to be powerful. Just a couple weeks ago, they were ranked number 22 in NFT marketplaces and number 78 as far as exchanges. So when you look at that, I think that that's massive exposure for anyone who was able to get in on the Vulcan Forge nodes. And I was able to snag me one. So I'm really happy about that as well. Lava is our gas, and they officially put the blockchain live. 1 billion Lava minted today. Lava is the gas and generated only by holding Peer or gaming with a frenzy pass. Peer utility is now correlated to blockchain usage. That is super bullish. They have their own in-house, the Vulcanomics, as they say. So the in-house blockchain powering all of their marketplaces, which have had tons of adoption. And the snapshot, as mentioned, for the nodes has been taken. Be sure to maintain that level of peer in your account to officially receive your node. Now let's take officially an overview of the watch list. And, we're seeing there's so many projects, and there's a lot of projects that just at this point, I'm not looking at anything like Axie and that type of stuff. You have to put that stuff in the trash, right? Whenever you're looking at your watch list these days, and make sure you're filtering out into quality. So what are 4 altcoins that I'm really eyeing up outside of what I've already talked about? So outside of Matic, outside of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Vulcan Forge. One thing I'm really watching closely right now is SuperVerse. I think that SuperVerse is really, at this market cap, it's getting very cheap. And everything Elio and the team is doing between Imposters and Gigamart, which is the new NFT marketplace by Elio Trades, I think that there's a lot cooking in that ecosystem, and they're only going to expand. Like SuperVerse is going to continue to expand and continue to incubate more. So I closely have my eye on SuperVerse, especially with the valuation. I mean, if that market cap gets a lot cheaper, I definitely will be looking to, get my hands on some Super for the future, because I really think Elio and the team are cooking up good stuff there. And the Gigamart experience, which once again is under the SuperVerse umbrella, is really smooth. I've really enjoyed what I've seen out of Gigamart so far. Ultra, we talked about Ultra last week. Ultra is the Steam of crypto gaming, with their Ultra Games platform, with the tournament platform, with the NFT marketplace. 150 plus game developers come into the platform. There's just so much under the hood for Ultra, and I'm very bullish. Whenever we're going to see some pain. It's not like some of these tokens aren't listed on all the blue chip exchanges. Like Ultra is not on Coinbase, not on Binance. They're going to get hit if we see the bear market drag on, but there's so much opportunity on the other side. And also, if you're just paying attention to the quality projects that are building, I think that's the key, right? The people who are doubling down, not going quiet, putting out more product in this time are going to come out as major winners on the other side of this market. And you just have to stick through, continue to vet these projects, make your watch list as strong as possible, and be ready to deploy that excess capital outside of the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, and the Polygons. THETA really is the Twitch of Web3 gaming. And I think if Web3 gaming begins to adopt, people will eventually switch over to a Web3 native streaming platform. Think of what Rumble's doing, Rumble and YouTube, like the cancel culture thing. So there's a lot there cooking. And I think that THETA is kind of that decentralized platform eventually. And with all the Twitch bans this is the decentralized way eventually. And I think that THETA has a prime position to be the Twitch of Web3 gaming. And then my low cap gem, which I think is going to absolutely explode, especially in the next bull run, is Wasder. I really have my eyes closely on the social platform that they're building. Over 1 million app downloads already on the Google Play App Store, and they're only integrating more and more over at Wasder. So those are a couple altcoins I also have my eyes on. But once again, big news with Frank moving Y00ts over to Polygon. Makes Polygon only stronger, in my opinion. And I have to say, my sentiment couldn't be higher on the future as far as Polygon. Stack Bitcoin, stack Ethereum, stack your Matic, and shout out to anyone who got involved with the Vulcan Forge nodes, as well as, the altcoins that we're looking at right now. Vulcan Forge, Ultra, Super, THETA, Wasder. These are some very, very quality projects at various market caps, right? Always build your watch list, and we'll go back to it one more time if there's anything I didn't mention here. I am bullish on the sandbox and projects, similar to it when the market comes back around. And my theory at the moment is back projects with with infrastructure, a blockchain, studios incubating multiple games, not individual metaverses, not individual projects. I think that what we've learned in this time period is back people who are pushing distribution and quantity of quality projects, but in quantity. Gala, there you go. Yep. Phantasma will be revolutionary. I agree. I'm very bullish on Phantasma. Very good tokenomics too, because there's no fully diluted market cap over its head. Benny, what are my thoughts on Naka? I'm not extremely bullish on Naka, but I think in a bull market, it probably could do well. Gala's tokenomics are not the best. You are right, Jordan. We've talked about that here on the show as well. Thoughts on Wild? I really think Wilder World looks really good. I'm very bullish on what they're building over at Wilder World. There's a lot of different experiences in their metaverse and in their game. And I think that it looks really sharp for sure, Christopher. I think it looks really sharp. I'll answer questions for another 30 seconds, 45 seconds. But guys, be sure to drop down and hit the like button down below if you enjoyed the video. And if you are, bullish on crypto gaming, just like I am, and the future of this industry, because I think this is going to completely overtake the traditional model and flip the script on its head. Mobland. Yeah, I think Mobland. Right now, they're waiting for a little more sentiment to come back. I know that they're building product in the background. I actually talk with the team all the time, and I think that that's eventually. It's still kind of like the GTA of the blockchain. It's still it's got the auto battler features, but I think we'll also see more from it. I'm still very bullish on Mobland. Illuvium, I think that their overworld gameplay looks really good, the open world gameplay, but the problem is their tokenomics are pretty bad, and I don't think in anything but a really bull market for a long time until those tokenomics and those unlocks play out, I think it's going to be pretty painful, especially in a bear market. Medieval Empires, I've seen it. The imagery and the gameplay looks decent, so I'll take a little more look at it. And same with FN. I'm not too familiar with FN, but I'll take a little more look into that one. D-Race, it's definitely a like as far as like projects out there. I don't know. I think the whole horse racing thing is probably done unless it's done real, where your NFTs are actual horses that perform in real races, like fantasy horse racing. I just gave someone $1 million idea. But Realms of Eternity, not bullish at all, and I would not advise that project whatsoever. For anyone, I would actually, I'm not very bullish on that project anymore. Star Atlas, I really hope they make it through this bear. I hope that they can get enough funding and be able to kind of persevere through and make it on the other side. There is some concern because they lost some stuff with the FTX debacle, but I think Star Atlas will get through. They're a little too big. I think they'll get the funding that they need through a couple of sales or some VC raises and be able to get through and get it done. Polka City looks pretty cool. Random Gamer. Polka City looks pretty cool, kind of like the GTA of the blockchain. Ready to see more from them. I've kind of hopped into some of the stuff that they've done. I have a couple of their NFTs actually, some of their vehicles and stuff like that. So hoping to see more from them in the future. When to enter gaming coins. So I'll repeat this, and this will be the last thing for the show, guys. I'm targeting right now Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polygon. I got a Vulcan Forge node. I hold a couple other gaming tokens for the very long term, but I'm really going to wait for this market sentiment to get to that real, like, I want everyone's kind of gone right now, right? But as far as the small caps and the things that aren't listed on every single exchange out there, things are still going to be bloody for a little bit. And until we start to see a little more traction in that comfort zone of, okay, like, this is it, we need to start deploying our capital. It's always hard to tell. Base it off valuations, base it off sentiment in the market, base it off the economy. If the Fed is just raising rates over and over and over again, we're not going to be in an upward climate. Pay attention to the Fed. The Federal Reserve controls everything. So just pay attention to the economy and just play it smart. I think stacking as much Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polygon as possible is a very smart move for the future. And I think that stuff like Vulcan Forge, Ultra, Super, etc., are going to be very good bets to supplement those investments as well. Is PYR going to make all-time highs again? So aesthetic. Even if they don't, $20 is a 10x. $28 is a 10x, let's just say. If they get up to all-time highs, that's a 15x. Now, my personal opinion is Vulcan Forged has 15x'd their platform in the bear. I actually think from where they were in the bull at all-time highs, development-wise, team-wise, tech-wise, everything, I think they've 15x'd their platform, but their token's gone down, 95%. So my conviction there is it's absolutely going to be explosive in the next run. Will it 15x? Will it go above all-time highs? I'm not too sure. I could never answer that question, right? But I think that a 10x is completely in the cards for Vulcan Forge whenever the bull run does come back around. Let's see. BR1 concept. I really like the concept. Risk to earn. It's a traditional model based off wager matches, and I'm very familiar with in the esports scene, so I think that makes a lot of sense. FTM, I'm not too bullish on Phantom. I think it's more of a DeFi chain than a gaming chain, and until I see more projects out of it, it's not really in my lens or in my scope at the moment. Compete looks really good. Compete looks really good. I already answered your question on Polka City. I said it looks very good. It looks like the GTA of the metaverse. So guys, I'm going to hop out of here, and I'll keep doing this. If y'all like the questions at the end of the live stream, I'll keep doing this every single day. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and if you're bullish on crypto gaming, subscribe to the channel for videos here every single day on Crypto Banter. I'll be back on Wednesday with another show. And as always, again, guys, happy holidays and play well, my friends.